Okay, Bruce Lee fans, I'm gonna take you on the route that Bruce Lee ran every morning from 1968, I guess, until 1970 or 71 when he moved to Thailand and then Hong Kong. I'm on Mulholland Drive. I'm gonna make a left on Roscommere Road. I'm gonna take you fans on the same route that Bruce Lee ran every morning. Well, not with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar every morning, but Kareem did run this route along with Dan Inosanto, probably even Steve McQueen. What I started this video with is the song, one of Bruce Lee's songs that was played at his funeral, Look Around by Sergio Mendes. And that, for what that's worth, for you people all over the world, that's the San Fernando Valley down there. And the four songs that were played at Bruce Lee's funeral in Seattle was Frank Sinatra's My Way, Tom Jones' The Impossible Dream, and like the aforementioned Sergio Mendes, Look Around, and Blood, Sweat and Tears, When I Die. Bruce Lee sadly left us at 32 years old, and he lived here at 2551 Roscommere Road. And he bought this little house for $47,000. I'm sure that house is now worth about $5-6 million. Okay, the people that belong to us, LA Chinatown Dojo, was Chuck Norris, Dan Inosanto. He was his assistant instructor. Sterling Silliphant, the screenwriter, James Garner, Steve McQueen, Lee Marvin, Roman Polanski, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, James Coburn, and a bunch of the other guys. I'm sorry that I try to find their names, but mostly I want you fans to see the route that Bruce Lee ran. According to some guy that I should have actually checked out the odometer, but he said that it was altogether about 2 miles. Now we're heading west on Mulholland Drive, and if you fans are interested in coming, it's if you're going north on the 405, you exit out Mulholland Drive, and you go about, maybe it's a half mile off the freeway. You make a right at Roscommere Road, and his house is 2551 Roscommere. And believe it or not, thankfully the house looks exactly the same the way it did when he was living there in 1968 with Linda, Shannon, and Brandon. Anyway, getting back to this route, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar said it was like a kick-ass route, and that's where Bruce Lee, towards the later part of his life, that's where he was able to develop his great stamina and burn all that fat off, where he absolutely had no layer of fat on his body. And he credits this route with really getting him in great shape. He said that it was that running to him, or he considered running the king of all workouts. If you're gonna do any workout, run, he'd say. Forget about everything else. Okay, Antella Road, and next is Roscommere, and we're coming up here to Roscommere Road and Mulholland Drive. And I was gonna start it from the other way, starting from his house, where he would obviously start every morning in 1968. Okay, here we are. But then I figured this way I could have the camera on my the house on my right. Okay, here you go, the Bel Air North Gate. Okay, here you go, fans. According to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, he said that he'd turn around on Mulholland Drive. And actually, this is a better way to show you, because you could see that the decline that he talked about near his house. I guess that would be the last part before he get back home. Okay, here you go. This is a pretty kick-ass incline. Anybody running this every day for 2-3 years, this would super really get you in shape. And as you know, Bruce Lee, when he ran this route, he would vary his tempo. He would sprint, jog, he would walk, he would do that speed walking, he would shadow box. He would do that thing called, I think he called it monkey walking or whatever, where he kind of like walked like an ape. He said that somehow developed his speed. And here you go, that incline, now the decline. And thankfully a lot of these houses are still pretty original, except for the occasional nouveau riche mansion. All that modern shit that they put up that looks like a brick. Okay, where at least once at one time they used to build with a lot of character. And we're in Bel Aire. Bruce Lee lived here in 1968, and before that he lived at Barrington Plaza in 1966. I guess when he was filming The Green Hornet at 11740 Wilshire Boulevard in apartment A/2308. Okay, here you go. We're coming up to his house, and that looks like his house, but it's not his house. It's the same color though. That same, I guess, what you call like Dutch look. Okay, and then this is his little neighborhood right here. This is where he raised his kids. Okay, we're pulling over right here for these people to go around us. Okay, we're coming up. That's his house over there, where that SUV is. And we're gonna pull up in front. If you've seen my channel, I've already uploaded his house, and at that time I should have done this and done my due diligence. And I've read most of the books written about him, and I should have known to do this. So here it is, folks, where Bruce Lee lived in 1968, 2551. And thankfully it's still here, the house, in the original motif. And you can feel his energy here, the great man himself. Brandon was raised here. Okay, well, there you go, Bruce Lee fans. I hope you enjoyed this, and please subscribe to my channel. And that's the route that Bruce Lee ran every morning from 1968 to, I guess, 1971. Thank you. And may Bruce be in a better place.
It took me so